Hey guys, welcome to the lab. I'm Professor Walnut, and today I'm going to be bringing you a battle video. I'll be playing again with the Alolan Exeggutor team from a couple weeks ago, and I've modified it very slightly in the sense that I've given Whimsicott a new item. All that said, I'd like to ask you to subscribe if you're new here and leave a comment below. I like to hear about what you think about my plays and what I could have done better. Likewise, tell me about how you feel about Alolan Exeggutor. And finally, if you enjoyed yourself, click like and ring that notification bell so you can get updates when I post things. All right. Here goes the battle. Alright, here we are, hoping to have some more fun with the long egg. We've got Rinya Sun. Well, okay, slightly modified Rinya Sun, right? So I think we can actually just go straight for our usual game plan here. In my experience, we've beaten Rinya Sun going for that, and we'll bring Kyogre in the back as well. Zapdos doesn't do too much for us here. I mean, it could into Charizard, right? But I don't think we need it here, especially since we're just going to be KOing most things with Solgaleo under Trick Room. Kyogre is a little bit concerning in the sense that they have the Gastrodon, but Exeggutor can help deal with that. And we don't really need Tailwind here. We're going to Trick Room mode, so Whimsicott is out of the question. We're going to go on and lock in what we've got here. Oh, and they are ready as well, so here we go. While we're waiting for this, I just want to say I've got my socials and stuff down here at the bottom below me, so come check me out on Twitter, check out my other channel where I stream other games sometimes when I have the time to. Lately I have not been. And then I'm Professor Walnut on both Facebook and Instagram. I guess I should mention I'm on TikTok too, but I mostly use that to promote here. All right, so they're going with Zacian plus the Grimmsnarl. So Grimmsnarl's a bit invalidated here, and because they can't use their Prankster moves, they can still set up on us. But yeah, I'm fine with going for what we normally go for here. So we do the Trick Room, we do the Follow Me. Indeedee survives the hit thanks to Focus Sash, and they probably just set up a screen, right? And that's okay with me, because next time we're going to sleep it. Yeah, there's Light Screen. If we can get a Sleep Powder into it before it goes for Reflect, that'd be awesome, but most likely they go for Reflect next turn. So for that reason, maybe I just accept that screens are going to be up, right? And then just put Zacian to sleep instead. Here's our Trick Room, successfully set up as we needed. Yeah, no, I want Zacian to stay awake. That's the thing. I want Zacian to stay awake here so that it can KO Indeedee. So we just Follow Me and Sleep Powder here. Oh, okay. Well, given that they protected, I'm sure they just do another screen here. We'll Sleep Powder next turn and then switch out. Yeah, there's Reflect. Okay. So they're doing the smart thing, right? And they're stopping me from getting a free switch. That's very sensible. But I'm down to Sleep Powder here and switch. We'll see how that works out. My main concern is if they KO Exeggutor. But I don't know, 75% of the time this works out fine. The other 25% depends on what they're targeting. I'm not... Okay, so it does miss, which makes sense. We're cooking Sleep Powder a bunch of times. We'll see. They did go for Play Rough. Yeah, that means we're not going to be able to get our Weakness Policy activated. I really should have gone for the Follow Me there, I think. But we can get Kyogre in here, right? And just Water Spout. And Max Steel Spike. Yeah, that should work out okay. Like, the best they can do... Well, Grimmsnarl is still asleep. It might stay asleep, and our terrain's still up, so... Yeah, I think we're good to go for this. Like, they probably protect Zacian, which is why I'm targeting Grimmsnarl here. If they don't protect Zacian, then it might just go down to Water Spout anyway. Oh, okay, they just switch. That's fine, too. Into Gastrodon. That makes a lot of sense, yeah. So, yeah, we're going to be in trouble now, right? Because without our... long egg, we're going to end up not being able to do a whole lot to Gastrodon. And they're not going to give us our policy either. I'm trying to think about how to play around this. The answer is, I mean, we got Max Mindstorm, right, into Indeedee. Thanks to Indeedee Psychic Terrain, it's more powerful. And it won't KO. Grimmsnarl will stay asleep, which is nice. It does a ton of damage there. The unfortunate thing is that we give it a boost. We're going to be, like, we'll KO it. Yep, and then give Gastrodon a boost. So Gastrodon's +1 now. Grimmsnarl goes down. They switch in. And the thing is, Gastrodon's slow, so Trick Room's actually making Gastrodon go first here. Yeah, most likely, right? So here's Zacian again. They'll just protect it, I'm sure. Is our terrain up? If our terrain's up, we can switch out here to get it up again. But we'll find out here in a second. I don't think it is. No, it's not. So Max Mindstorm will still do a lot to Gastrodon. I kind of just want to switch out to Indeedee. I could also just Origin Pulse. I expect to take damage on Kyogre here, basically. I could Ice Beam it. Zacian probably protects here. And I'll Mindstorm the Gastrodon. It's the strongest attack we have into it right now. Because, yeah, they max Gastrodon. I kind of figured that was going to be the case, not going to lie. It's not over, though. If we can find a way to deal with the Gastrodon here and then get Indeedee next to Solgaleo, we might still have a chance. We'll see how much damage we do here, though. The problem is going to be the screens. They did a really good job here, and we played right into it, to be honest. Yeah, Zacian protects, which I definitely expected. The problem is Gastrodon's going to go first here. Yep, Max Quake. Now, oh... I mean, okay, great. I didn't expect that to happen, to be honest. That gives us an edge here. Yeah, we get our weakness policy, which means we're going to be doing, like, major damage, and we're on terrain, so even with screens up, this is going to hurt so much. Alright, well, it did half. An Ice Beam, yeah, barely does anything. And they're leftovers, of course, which makes sense. So this turn I actually want to... Oh, okay, so yeah, the dimensions return to normal here. So for that reason, I'm actually good to... Did we lose terrain? Hang on, let me double check that. Yeah, we just lost terrain. So I almost want to just bring Indeedee out here. How many turns of rain do we have left? We have 3. That's a bit of a problem too, right? Because we need to take advantage of those as much as possible. The question is going to be, do we KO Gastrodon at that range with Max Mindstorm again? And I don't think we do. Yeah, we probably don't, do we? Man. So we do need to switch in Indeedee here. And then Mindstorm the Gastrodon again. I could see a Max Guard here, which would actually be pretty bad for us. And I could see... I guess I could see Zacian switching out. If Zacian switches out, it's actually pretty good for us. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, Zacian went for Play Rough. Oh, I don't mind that at all, actually. Indeedee goes down here. They didn't Max Guard either, so this should just KO. So the weird thing's going to be, if their last Pokemon is... Yep, there we go. Gastrodon's down. If their last Pokemon is Groudon, it'll mean that it'll depend on who's slower, who gets the weather. So obviously we're hoping that we get the weather, but it's going to be difficult to say. Now this is... Oh, it's a Lecky. Yeah, you know what? We're probably doomed then. Because... Lecky can just... Well, okay, so the thing is, we're Assault Vest, which means that we can probably take an Lecky attack. Their max is over. We're going to get hit on Kyogre no matter what here. And I'm going to Sunsteel Strike the Zacian. I kind of expect Solgaleo to go down here, but I'm not 100% sure what they want to target here. Okay, they went Electro Web. That doesn't matter. In fact, yeah, it doesn't take... We don't take much damage at all. They could go Play Rough again. They do go Sacred Sword. Okay. So Galeo goes down. Let's see how much we do here. If we can KO Zacian... Oh, do we miss something? We missed Zacian. That's not good. Okay. How much do we do to Lucky? Are you Sash is the big question. They're not. All right, we have an out then. Our out is now play rough miss, which doesn't feel great, but we go for it, right? We go for it. So this game was the game plan kind of failing a bit, and part of it was just I allowed Exeggutor to go down. They're trying to figure out, I think, if Sacred Sword KOs. It doesn't, I don't think. So actually, we win this if we hit, right? Okay, hey, I will take that. We absolutely take those. So I will say, that did how much? That's incredibly bulky. You know, I forgot about the screens. I did forget about the screens. We do not win. Okay. Well played. That was me celebrating way too early. Yeah, so 2 Sacred Swords from them was the correct play there. And yeah, well played to my opponent. This was definitely the game plan going wrong. And like the key thing here is that I allowed Lily Exeggutor to go down without being able to practice proc weakness policy. Of course, the Grimmsnarl's screens made a big difference as well. Oh, we can check their team. Let's see what they had all in total. Yeah, they're the Rusted Sword, and then we've got full attack, full speed. Honestly, I would have expected to do a little bit more than that with Kyogre, but hey, that's just not the case. Yeah, there's an Assault Vest Groudon, of course. The Chartyberry weakness, Chartyberry Ancient Power Charizard. Yeah. The Grimmsnarl was a huge problem for us. I need to think about how to play around screens a little bit more effectively, and part of me almost wants to put Psychic Fangs on Solgaleo over Zen Headbutt to make that difference, to get rid of the screens, you know? Gastrodon, Leftovers, yeah, the kind of standard Gastrodon set. Maxing it for them, I think, was a pretty good choice, although they could have also, I think, gotten away with maxing the Olecki in this game as well after Trick Room was over. And then, yeah, here's the Olecki, Magnet, all that stuff. So, yeah, that was their team. They played very well. This is, I think, one of my first times actually losing to Rinya's son, which I can no longer say I have that 100% win rate against it, unfortunately. But, hey, when you play enough games, eventually someone gets the drop on you, right? All right, we're going to leave it there. If you enjoyed yourself, hit like, and if you're new here, hit subscribe. If you enjoyed yourself and you're interested in more of this, we post usually Wednesday, Sunday, and I'm going to try to figure out another day to post during the week since we're going to be trying the short form videos. Speaking of that, if you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments. I'm trying to figure out if longer or shorter videos are better, so your input really helps. All right, everybody, I'll see you next time.